Hey everybody, we've got Kitty Pig today. I'm here with Esjay Jones. We are gonna drink some delicious non-alcoholic beer, talk about some heavy metal, and talk about the future of non-alcoholic beer. Let's have at it. I'm gonna
Cheers. Woo.
cheers. I'm gonna pour mine out in one of my favorite glasses. I've got the Tiku, one of my favorites. So let's just jump right in, SJ. What's the story behind Kitty Pig? I know it's been around for a few months now, but I think you guys are just kind of ramping up broader distribution, right?
Yeah, we are brand new, brand spanking new to the NA beverage market, and over a quarter of a century of being in the music business. My partner Morgan from the band Kitty and I found that alcohol just wasn't hitting the right spot. So we set out on a mission to brew up something special for the heavy music and alternative community. And so Kitty Pig is born out of the love of heavy tunes and a desire for better beverage options at shows. How's that? Did I do well?
You hit the nail on the head. I've been to shows before, having been sober, and having little to no options is always frustrating. So now you can have something in a 16-ounce can that hits home and is
Totally, man.
delicious. So cheers to that.
Totally. Cheers. Thank you. It's really exciting to see the reaction and the positivity to this
Yep.
brand. This is again a tiny baby startup. It's completely self-funded. So we're just one little step at a time, learning a lot and taking everybody's feedback. So thank you for your kindness and constructive comments. And we just aim on getting better brews into your hands and into the heavy music culture.
Definitely. And how does the brand's goals and mission align with what you just described? You know, the mindful drinking culture, the folks that are sober curious, folks that
Yeah.
maybe want something trendy, you know, not trendy, but like, you know, edgy and fun. Like, how does it align with that?
I think well, the core mission of Kitty Pig is to provide bold, flavorful alternatives that support the evolving needs of individuals in the heavy music culture. Um, we really recognize the unique identity and values of this community, and uh, Kitty Pig really embraces inclusivity and authenticity. So it's encouraging fans and artists to enjoy a drink that aligns with meaningful and intentional lifestyle.
Yeah, I think the can art's pretty legit. It's BA. I don't really swear on the channel, but it is BA. It's got a pig with some like I think he's got maybe like a nose ring going on. You get the
Yeah,
Budo label. You got maybe some like maybe a little bit of blood. I don't know if that's supposed to be blood, but then
a
there's a
little
guitar,
drippy.
a little drippy. There's some guitar on the side. It's just cool. What's the story
Thank you.
behind Brutal Berry? Is it Saskaberry or is it just natural berry? Like what's the flavor and the I guess the ethos of this of the style? Because it's like a berry blonde, right?
Yeah, totally. So our first batch was a collaboration with a Canadian brewing company called One for the Road, and they're
Okay.
so amazing. Um, and so we went through a whole bunch of their brews, and we found the Saskaberry was our favorite. And Morgan from Kitty, my partner Morgan Mercedes, and myself, we are more like well, more Morgan and I, we're more like super light, pale ale, I lager girls.
Sure.
And so finding something extra light was important for us. Also, it's super different from what's happening in the NA market, I think. I feel like a lot of NA brands have really hit the mark in creating an NA that tastes exactly like if you want a Bud Light, this tastes just like this. If you want like a heavy IPA, this one tastes just like this. And we felt like there was a gap in the market for something like super crisp, refreshing,
Yep.
and tart. So we love the Saskaberry flavor. We are now brewing in the United States, and so we've formulated our own natural flavor called Brutal Berry. So it's a blend of blueberries and Saskaberry and man, I'm having a blank. There's three berries in there right now, but I will get back to you. I'm having a blank. But that is we wanted to and the reason I'm having a blank is because I literally have been tracking a band producing their record for the past week, and so swapping between left and right brain is like I'm feeling a bit crazy right now. But
Yeah.
raspberry.
Oh
So
yeah.
um so yeah, Brutal Berry was just it's such a cool nod to the heavy music culture. It's
Yeah.
just kind of like Brutal Berry, so something fun and silly. And I love that you noticed the nose ring because my project is called We Are Pigs, and so we have the pig head, and then Morgan from Kitty, she has really cool nose rings, like three, one, two, three. And so
Oh, cool.
Jackson from Post Idol, who did this amazing uh, graphic, incorporated that. So we're super stoked.
Love it. And what's your background in the story, SJ? Music aside, I'm sure it's part of the story, but like, do you not drink anymore? Did you stop recently? Was the big beer part of your sober journey, like trying non-alcoholic beer and having it help? I'm just curious.
I'm not a sober person. However, as I'm getting older and smarter and wiser and all those things, mindfulness and being more healthy um, is a huge part of
Yeah.
my journey. And as my career in the music business has got bigger, I've really had to get my shit together for a lack of a better way of saying it. And alcohol just no longer, in my 20s, I would be smashing a bottle of Jack Daniels a night and wake up the next day and be totally fine.
Yeah.
Now it's like I have a glass of wine and I'm just like I feel terrible the next day. So it hasn't aligned with the pressures of my work. When you are working with these massive artisan labels, it's just I have to be so on point. It's like my job is to make sure that their sonic vision is brought to fruition. So the pressure is heavy, and so just being able to drink with friends and have something that represents
Yeah.
me as a human and still feel like I'm participating. It's all important.
Yeah, I think a big part of what you just described is kind of the social element and being a part of the crowd without feeling left out. Being
100.
5 years sober, going 4 years without having a beer in my hand because I didn't try any beer until last October. It feels
Wow.
it's tough. You have you feel left out. You feel like the odd one, and I feel kind of alienated. You get that question, why aren't you drinking? It's like, well, why are you drinking? What are you gaining from it?
100%, man. And I think, Liquid Death has done such an incredible job of making people feel more a part of that
Yeah,
social experience. And I think a huge part of Kitty Pig coming to life was seeing what Liquid Death had done, and it was so inspiring. And I was like, that feels like me, and we need an NA that feels like me in my community. So yeah, I mean it's wild. I literally just woke up one day, started researching, uh, put this brand together, self-financed it, and off we go. So either I'm gonna I keep saying to people that over my 25 years of being in the music business, like I've probably spent millions of dollars investing my time and finances in other people's careers. And I was just like, let me take a risk on myself, with a
Yeah.
crazy idea. I'm always investing in other people's crazy ideas because art is a crazy idea, right? Like being in a band is a crazy idea. Writing music is a crazy idea.
Yeah.
Um, so why not create a tangible product that is
Hmm.
like a song in every can? Like I love this the same and have nurtured it and created it the same as I would in the studio. So um I'm very proud of my little song babies in a can.
So I got to know, SJ, you obviously you've had plenty of these. I've had 6 in the past 3 days. I love them.
Hell yeah.
Delicious. I've got a couple left. One's gonna be for a full review on my channel.
Oh,
What's your favorite part about the Kitty Pig beer? Is it the light, crisp, body? Is it the berry flavor? Is it the can? Like what do you like most?
such a great question. It's I love everything about it. I think as you spend more time with something, you have more time to like pick it apart and
Yeah.
things. So there's always changes that I think it's human to want to make. I love this flavor. I remember the first time when we developed the new recipe. Um, the first time trying it, I was kind of like, it's one of those flavors that is so unique. And I think that's something that we really wanted to do. It's like most NAs taste like NAs. They taste like beer. It's like
Yeah.
uh, it's exactly, it is what it is. And this is so unique and it really grows on you, the flavor. The more I drink it, the more I love it. Um, I think I love the initial burst of berry up front. It's so light and crisp, and then it gives that complexity of the hop right in the back without overwhelming. And I'm not a big, since drinking Kitty Pig, the more beer I drink now, it's actually I don't enjoy it. It's starting to my taste buds have changed, I guess, my palate. So and obviously I love the design and we're gonna
Yeah.
keep building on that and growing and developing the recipe. So with anything like your first one is so special and I've kept every single can that I've drunk thus
That's
far.
awesome.
And I want to at some point, I'm just in my little production room at home, but
Yeah.
I'm building out a studio and I'm going to do an entire kitty pig wall.
That's
So
so
of
cool.
just my empty cans. So I'm really proud of it. So thank you for being so kind and generous and having such good vibes.
I got Kitty Pig from the first round, and it was on a podcast video that I did with the guy named N.A. Brewski, and that
Yeah.
like it was the highest viewed video on my channel, and it was yeah, Kitty Pig was on that video, so that was kind of cool.
No
So,
way.
yeah, yep. So that was back in the day. I even got a little postcard with a pig on it for like a thank you for bringing it on the channel. So
Oh,
kind
I
of
love that. Well, just so you know, it's I had that was from me, and I had wrote that note personally. So it's like we did on that first batch, every single batch that went out, I wrote a little thank you because it is, cheers, cheers,
yeah.
cheers.
Going
I
with
need
number two.
I need to get one of those glasses.
It's a pretty legit glass. I don't know what it is about glassware, but every beer I drink out of various glasses that I own, it tastes different. It's like the different delivery. It's just I don't know how to describe it. Um, yeah, I'm a glassware geek, I guess. I turned into one.
I love
You
that. We're gonna
know,
get
it's
some
really you know it's really fun. Antique thrift stores. They have
for
all
glasses.
for glasses. Yeah, I've got some pretty cool stuff from antique shops. It's really like they'll just be little sections of glassware, and you find stuff from like the 60s and the 70s and 80s. I found some pretty cool stuff. So
Whoa, that's
keep an eye
epic.
out for that.
I
Yeah.
will. I love that. What is your favorite part of the beer now that we're diving in and talking?
Yes, I would say the light body and the light calories. I like to drink lots of beer, and if I'm drinking one with 50 calories in a 16-ounce can that has good flavor versus one that is, 100 calories for a 12-ounce can, the math just kind of goes in favor of the one that I can have a couple of, and I like that. I'm not.
Totally.
I love all different types of NA beer. I'm very. I don't really discriminate. I'll drink anything, but I do like a lighter beer just for, by the pool or, out and about with friends or sporting events and all that. So yeah, I think it has a place, especially when you don't want to get bogged down with something super heavy. And I think at a concert, that's perfect. That's what you want.
Yeah, and that was our psychology behind it is an all day light drinking festival beer.
Totally.
It's
Yeah.
I was out at Sick New World, and it was like, you're out there on the hot festival grounds for 12 hours, literally like 10 a.m. the gates open,
Yeah.
2 a.m. so that's longer than 12 hours. At 2 a.m. the festival's over. Like, you just want different options. And sometimes, like, sparkling water is not hitting the spot. So it's nice to
And this
have
hydrates you.
Eddie Pep.
This will literally hydrate
Oh,
you.
it does. Yeah,
It'll
it
hydrate
does.
you like water, but it actually tastes like something.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, if you were drinking beer, standard beer from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. or later, you're not gonna feel that great the next day. That's a lot.
No.
That's a lot of drinking to be done.
And
If
all
you,
of those calories too,
oh
as
yeah,
I don't know, this is not exclusive to women, but I am a calorie conscious person.
yeah.
Society puts a lot of pressure on us as humans and women to, look a certain way. And so having a low calorie option is extremely important. And this is not as low as I would like it to be. I feel like our next, as we start developing the and pushing the recipe, I would like the calories to go down even more. Like, I love that hop water is like 0.0000.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
let's do that.
You could
So
have both. I mean,
yeah,
you could have
exactly.
a kitty pig like hop tea or hop water or hop something.
Totally.
Um, there's a lot of good stuff out there like that, and then still have the beer and have people have options. I think that'd be awesome.
And funny that you were just talking about Death Wish coffee, because I have reached out to them several times. I'm like,
Really?
let's do it like a caffeine infused, like kitty pig thing. So
Oh yeah.
Death Wish, if you are listening, I'm coming for you.
I love that. There's I just love beverage culture. Like being 5 years sober and having fun stuff to drink. Like I did something with all the bitters with Ian Blessing. So I put random bitter flavor in random drinks or
Oh
just like
wow.
regular water. There's NA beer is up there with my go-tos, but also like NA spirits, NA wines, cocktails, mocktails, coffee. Like there's so many and adaptogenic beverages, L-theanine, all that stuff. Like I didn't know any of that existed 5 years ago when I stopped drinking. I don't know if it did, but now it does. Obviously, coffee, but like there's so many options for folks that don't want to have alcohol, and it's so enlightening. And it excites me to know, if someone that stops drinking tomorrow, they're gonna have options, and it's gonna help them get to where they want to be with their goals and their intentions.
Totally. Totally. And I think it's like, even though the NA space is so saturated right
Yeah,
now, I still think that there is plenty of room for, you know, brands to come in and focus on specific niches and markets.
yes, you're right.
And and that's what we're doing with Kitty Pig, is really focusing on the heavy music culture. And hopefully a part of our goal is to go mainstream. And but for now, we're just one little step at a time. So we're
Yeah,
really happy in the community, and it's awesome to see it in the hands of fans and artists, and getting into
yeah.
venues we love and festivals. So it's exciting.
That was my next question. Is there plans to get into like festivals and concert venues and all that? Is that in the cards?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we would love to be a venue staple.
Mhm.
We definitely have already started talking with Live Nation
Oh,
and
cool.
big festival promoters. So, just like anything, it's pay to play. That's the world that we live
Yep,
in. So
for sure.
it's really tough. We aren't Anheuser-Busch. It's like I am literally
Yep,
funding this from my own bank account.
yep.
So it's like when festivals are like, well, we'll need $76,000 for you to set up. I'm like, how about no? I'll wait, I'll figure out how to just, and a lot of the time I'll end up just taking a bunch of kitty pig and putting it in artist dressing rooms. Just
Sure. Yeah.
why ask permission? I can apologize later. So I've kind of been doing that when festivals have been like, you need to purchase to get in here.
Yeah.
I work in this industry. I work with a lot of the bands on these festivals. So I'll get an artist pass and I'll
There
just
you
cruise in with like 10 cases
go.
of kitty pig and just like throw them in the room. So, you
Well, you
know,
think about it, if you got an artist up on stage grabbing a kitty pig in between songs, someone in the crowd might be like, "Hey, what's that?" And then they go to Amazon and they see it and they buy it. It shows up at their house the next day when they're hungover, and then they have two kitty pigs, and then that's their customer. Boom.
dude,
Just gotta
totally.
say
I was
it.
just out in Louisville, Kentucky,
Yeah.
a Louder Than Life festival. Um, and just like getting Kitty Pig into the hands of all my friends and bands and the Chevelle guys took Kitty Pig up onto stage
Nice.
with them. And I mean, I'm a huge Chevelle fan. Campbell Walters, who plays bass for them, is one of my closest mates and a big beer drinker, and it was so awesome. He just cruised over, grabbed a can, like put it down front and center in the middle of like 200,000 people.
Wow.
I'm like, yeah,
That's awesome.
that's it. So it's been amazing to see people support like the POD guys, Lena from Infected Rain, like just a lot of bands really helping us push it. And uh,
That's so
I,
cool.
I think it's going to be really cool to figure out like some unique festival experiences
Yeah.
that we can create with Kitty Pig. And I think a core value for us is inclusivity, and the heavy music industry is one of the most inclusive cultures that I
Mm,
know. It really is like an incredible space filled with incredible people. So it's exciting.
cool. Well, being so close to the space, both in terms of the music industry and NA beer now, what do you see in the next 3 to 5 years? Like where is this going? Where is your brand going to be? And that's a good question too. But like what do you see rolling out in the next couple of years here?
Oh, man, these questions.
I know,
Uh,
right? I'm good. I do this for a non-living. I do this for fun.
I know. I'm like, damn. I mean, mainstream adoption would be incredible.
Yeah.
Uh, I think that is maybe 3 to 5 years is overachieving a little bit. Maybe it's not.
It's a long
Um,
time.
yeah, I think, distribution is really important, like expanding accessibility to this. We
Yeah.
just went live on Amazon, which is wild. So we now have like it's easier access nationwide for people, but
Yep.
having a traditional distribution company will be a game changer. However, just like the music business, uh, like a label, they want to see massive numbers and big social following and before they'll take you on. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
chicken and egg the whole time. So
Sure.
this is nothing new because the music industry is exactly the same. It's like that nobody wants to develop a brand or a band or an artist anymore.
Yeah.
So they want a brand that's already sustainable and has clients and is killing it. Um, so we're getting there one step at a time. I'm learning a lot, man. This
Oh
is
yeah.
this is the first time I've been exclusively in the music industry for 25 years. Started out as an artist in South Africa, had 4 #1 hits, got with my band there, got brought to the States. The band failed, got into out of necessity, and I got into songwriting, and then got into production, and then got into engineering. So I've had 25 years of music industry and business experience. So I am brand new to the CPG space. This has been like baptism by fire, dude. I'm sitting in meetings, and I'm having to like Google like what does that mean? So it's been crazy. It's been a wild year. I feel extremely overwhelmed and oversaturated because, like I said, you left brain, right brain. It's like I'm trying to juggle both of it, and doing a startup,
Yeah.
completely solo. So it's it's wild.
Well, you're doing a great job. The brand is it's already out there. You comment on all the Instagram posts, I feel like, at least all mine you do. And it's just a cool vibe. It's a cool story. And I think
Thank you.
people that get it. And I'm in an Instagram like private group with like 30 NA beer geeks,
Oh, wow.
and it gets talked about. I posted that we got it on board from Amazon. Everybody was like, "Oh, cool." So yeah, you're gonna rock it. I got a feeling. Pun
Um,
intended, right? Yeah.
yes, yes, I love that. And of course, like um as we develop and grow, like I really want to uh like focus on sustainability. I think that that's so important too. And to be completely transparent again, being so new to the space and learning so much, it's like I've really had to put a lot of trust into our contracted brewers and co-packers to
Sure.
reflect our commitment and values. So I think as we move forward, it's going to be really great to work with smaller companies and small batch produce
Yeah.
and all of that good stuff. So we're really just finding our feet. Um, and it's just a marketing game at this point. I love the product, and I think that that is the most important thing. Like I'm really proud of it. It's
Great.
so
I
unique,
love
it's
it.
so refreshing,
Yeah.
and it definitely is. um the packaging can be kind of like dissociating in a way, because people people either get it or they're like, "Oh, this is so evil," so um it's definitely targeting a brand, but I think a market. But I think like Liquid Death, it was like you get that polarized. That's a part of the marketing, is to get that
Totally.
polarized
Yeah.
reaction. So
Well,
exciting.
you guys are doing great. Kitty
Thank
Pig, go to Amazon, buy some, get some, enjoy it. Thank you everybody for joining today. Thank you, SJ, for hopping on. I know you're very busy, got so much on your plate at the moment, but for everybody that's watched to the end, thank you. Thank you to the subscribers on the channel, and cheers to Kitty Pig.
Cheers. Thank you so much for having us on. Me and my can. Yay!